right here, Vector Prime. So we're not going to play around. I'm in a big rush, and I'll tell you why after, not this review, but next one. So let's get into it. Okay, Vector Prime is some sort of intergalactic cruiser. A lot of people have said he looks like, I think it's Darth Maul's ship in The Phantom Menace, with the long center and the little wings on the side, but I don't know, it's pretty much just a generic looking spacecraft in my eyes. You can take and sweep the wings back, kind of put a V in the wing. You know, it's pretty adjustable in this mode. Go ahead, and I just want to point out this. There is so much molded in detail in this, of gears and everything. He looks primitive because he is one of the 13 original Transformers that Primus originally made. So I guess they just wanted to bring it down as far as they could, and I'll talk about that more in the next one. But really, if they could have put all the paint on all these details, it would look so fantastic. It's unreal. But, you know, can't have everything. Okay, so you saw right there, all you do is pull his legs off of his, the bottom of his jet mode. And I just saw a part right here. He has some sort of communications equipment. One looks like a satellite dish in one foot, and I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's there, and it's just about hidden in robot mode. The next thing you're going to do is the entire front half of the spaceship is going to come down, and it almost reaches the ground. He's almost has a Transformer helicopter syndrome right there. Turn the head around, pick up the shoulder plates, and I don't like picking them up all the way. They look kind of weird like that. I like having them just about level. To me, that looks how he can look the best. The wings are going to fold flat, and they're a very strange material. It's like the same kind of rubbery plastic that they used on the Megatron figure that I mentioned, but even more so. Now, I want you to look back here. He has his weapon storage in this mode. You see this one little thing sticking out right here? Another one on this side to match, but this one is actually part of his sword. So I like that. I like weapon storage in a way that's not obvious. Now this right here is his Minicon that I forget the name of, and I should have looked that up before. I just realized I don't know this guy's name. His name's Whitey. Not really, but that's his name for this review. So you pull Whitey off of here, and there is actually some paint detail behind him on his. Got some gold, and Vector Prime's Autobot logo is also hidden by Whitey. So, next part is pull up these guards over his wrists, but there is no anything to hold them in place, so just a small tap will send them straight back down. That's really my only complaint about his robot mode, is that right there. It's hard to keep his wrists and hands uncovered. So I really like this a lot. His Minicon is a triple changer. He is well, they say he's a triple changer. He's supposed to be some sort of jet right here. You fold these down, and he can snap onto this outside of this this guard right here, and he's a target master, and target masters rock. He's not able to be used by anybody any way other than going on a Minicon port, because he doesn't actually have a peg, but I can live with it. I love, you know, some of my, the only G1 figures I have, one of them is a target master right up over there. But y'all will see him during the Landmine Cybertron review. So anyway, give him his little sword, And whatever you do, if you display this figure and he falls over onto his sword, the sword is like just right there. It'll take whatever shape you bend it into. And mine has been inside of the side of the jet for a long time, so it's fairly straight right now. But if something leans up against it or whatever, that thing will be twisted up like a pretzel. So you have him there. Very simple transformation. And I'm not going to complain because I will admit, I do like, on some figures, a very fast transformation if it's an effective one. This guy right here looks very good. The front half of the Star Cruiser and this right here kind of gives him like a cape effect. So I like that. Oh, I forgot to mention. Right here in front of the cockpit, I guess, the bridge, he has a small button, and that launches his single missile. I almost forget he has it because I just don't think about that very often. The articulation on this figure, let me just take his weapons off for now. The feet can kind of conform as part of the transformation. His elbow rotates. He's got 90 degrees, well, no, not quite, about 80 degrees of articulation there. Shoulders are free to rotate. They do kind of hit on the wings in some poses, though. Shoulder can come out to the side as far as you want, but again, the shoulder pieces will stop that, just like they would in the transformation. The head rotates, and these little deals in front of his hips will move out of the way for leg movement. So, fairly posable figure. He also has rotation in the knees, but if you don't have him, he's worth picking up. If you can find, I mean, if it's hard, I don't think they'd be available anywhere. They actually packaged this guy in this color with the Voyager Starscream, and if I wouldn't have already had this guy, I would have picked him up just for the sake of having the Voyager Starscream. He was kind of more in Thrust's colors. He was kind of that maroon and everything, but he looked gorgeous. Instead of having the one sword and the null ray, he had both swords, and they both activated from one point. It was really neat. But anyway, that is my Vector Prime. He is going to get he's going to get an 8, just because of the level of detail on him, the posability, the stability of him. I mean, he is very stable. This right here doesn't actually weigh as much as you think, so he's not actually all that back heavy. He will come, you know, very stable. The jet mode, or spaceship mode or whatever, that's going to get a 6, just because the wings are kind of small for it, but if you're in space, the size of the wings doesn't really matter. So, 6, just because I kind of think it looks fun. And for the lack of paint detail on all the shields. But, anyway, that's him. Don't have those great things.